William Auchi's Theory Z. Theory Z has been developed separately by at least three experts. One version of Theory Z was developed by Abraham H. Maslow in his paper Theory Z. The second version of Theory Z was developed by Dr. William Auchi, the so called Japanese management style popularized during the Asian economic boom of 1980s. The third version of Theory Z was developed by W. J. Redin for managerial effectiveness. William Auchi, Theory Z. Theory Z by Dr. William Auchi is the so called Japanese management style was popularized during the Asian economic boom of 1980s. For Auchi, Theory Z aims at increasing employee loyalty to the company by providing a job for life. It places strong focus on the well being of the employee, both on and off the job. According to Auchi, Theory Z management tends to promote stable employment, higher productivity, and high employment morale and satisfaction. Auchi wrote a book called Theory Z How American Business Can Meet Japanese Challenge in 1981. In this book, Auchi shows how American corporations can meet the Japanese challenges with a highly effective management style that promises to transform businesses in 1980s. The secret of Japanese success, according to Auchi, is not technology but a special way of managing people. This is a managing style that focuses on a strong company philosophy, a distinct corporate culture, long range staff development, and consistent decision making. Auchi states that the Japanese management resulted in the lower turnover, increased job commitment, and dramatically higher productivity. Theory Z blends Japanese and American management practices. It takes into account the strength of Japanese management and such as job security and concern for employees. The American management places emphasis on innovation and creativity and speedy decision making. Thus, Theory Z proposed a mix of Japanese American management practices for modern organizations. Elements of Theory Z. Mutual trust. It is assumed that Theory Z workers would work to their best ability so long as management trusts and supports them for their well-being. According of Auchi's trust and openness are essential elements of successful organization. When trust and openness exist between the employees, departments, union, and management, conflict is reduced to the minimum and employees cooperate fully to achieve the organization's objectives. Working environment. Theory Z workers require healthy working environment to work effectively. Healthy work environment includes good working conditions and welfare facilities, good superior subordinate relationships, effective HR policies and practices, etc. Also, various aspects such as family, cultures, and traditions are regarded as equally important as the work itself. These workers have a sense of order, discipline, a moral obligation to work hard, and a sense of cohesion with their teammates. Participative management. Management must have a high level of confidence in its workers to implement participative management. This theory assumes that workers are willing to participate in the decision making process to a great extent. Auchi states that the employees must be knowledgeable about the various affairs of the company and must have the competence to make organizational decisions. However, Auchi points out that management sometimes has a tendency to underestimate the ability of the workers to make effective decisions. Therefore, Theory Z stresses the needs for the workers to be more generalist rather than specialist and to increase their knowledge of the company and its processes through job rotations and constant training. Theory Z suggests that there is a need for involvement of employees in decision making, especially in those matters directly affecting them. Involvement in decision making improves their commitment and performance. Such participation generates a sense of responsibility and increases enthusiasm in the implementation of decisions. Top management must serve as facilitators rather than decision makers. Employee organization bond. Efforts must be made to establish a strong bond between the organization and its employees. For instance, employees may be granted lifetime employment, which leads to loyalty towards the enterprise. During adverse business conditions, management may forego a part of their compensation and employees may be motivated to do so. As far as possible, retrenchment must be avoided during market crisis. Career planning may ensure that every employee is properly placed and the top management must plan for career growth of the employees within the organization. This would result in employee loyalty and healthy work environment. Integrated organization. Theory Z places emphasis on sharing of information and resources rather than emphasis on formal organizational structure. In formal organization, the resources are allocated exclusively for particular departments or divisions. An integrated organization puts emphasis on the job rotation, which improves understanding about the interdependence of tasks. Such understanding leads to team spirit throughout the organization. Coordination. The manager's role should be to coordinate the efforts of the subordinates in order to develop common work culture and team spirit in the organization. The leader must encourage open communication, exchange of ideas, and a sense of belonging towards the organization. Such efforts enable the management to coordinate the activities of the subordinates more effectively. Informal control system. Organizational control system should be made informal. There is a need for informal relations throughout the organization. For this purpose, emphasis should be on the mutual trust and cooperation rather than on formal superior subordinate relationships. Master servant relationship must be totally out of the place in the organization. Human resource development. Managers should develop human resources to their full potential. Under Theory Z, potential of every person is recognized and attempts are made to develop and utilize it through job rotation, job enlargement, job enrichment, career planning and development, training and development, etc. Limitations of Theory Z. Theory C suffers from following limitations. Provisions of lifetime employment to employees may fail to motivate employees with higher level needs. It may provide only job security but may fail to develop loyalty of employees towards the organization, especially the competent managers who get better opportunities elsewhere. At that same time, complete security of job may create lethargy among the employees. Participation of employees in the decision making process is very difficult. Employees' participation in decision making may reduce the importance of managers in the organization. Employees may be reluctant to participate in decision making due to the fear of criticism and lack of motivation. Involvement of employees may also slow down the speed of decision making. Theory Z places emphasis on structureless organization and at the most informal organization. But without structure, there may be chaos and confusion in the organization due to lack of unity of command. Theory Z places emphasis on common culture in the organization. However, it is difficult to develop a common culture in the organization because people differ in their attitudes, habits, languages, religions, customs, etc. Theory Z is based more on Japanese management practices. These practices have been evolved from the Japanese unique culture. Therefore, this theory may not be applicable in different cultures. However, the criticism is not justified as Theory Z combines the best of Japanese management practices as well as that of US management practices. Conclusion. To conclude, it can be stated that Theory Z does not provide complete solutions to motivational problems. Organizations in different countries operate under different styles of economic and socio-cultural environments. Therefore, Theory Z is not the answer to all management problems. However, management can use this theory by using their judgment and skills in motivating and managing the employees.